Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Today's date is February 11th, 2024. It is a Sunday. Sorry, I was late. I was typing up something on Facebook. Now we'll let folks join in the room. It was about Taylor Swift. Some people think she's got influence. No, she doesn't. Yeah, she's got a lot of fans, but those fans won't help sway an election. No. Patsy, smart. Yeah, we've disagreed on a few other things. I've actually hidden some of your posts there, Patsy, because you're not always on the bubble. So far off the bubble that I feel that, yeah. She says, dismiss her influence at our peril. She has a huge, millions of young women as a fan base. If she tells them to go vote for Biden, a huge percentage would. If you think that Taylor Swift is somebody that we should ignore her influence at our peril, yeah, don't think so. Hey, Laurel, good evening. Judy, good evening. Joined the room. I didn't see you pop in because I was looking at the other screen. I can't believe anybody would think for 1 minute that Taylor Swift, who has a ravenous and they like to spend a lot of money and go to her shows, which are essentially no different than they were when she was 17 years old. This girl's what? Taylor Swift is what, in her 30s now? Cakes on her makeup, so everybody still thinks she looks 16. Still acts like she's 16. And nobody of import even gave two shits about her or cared about her until the media started plastering her all over the place. Taylor Swift is not an influence that some on the right and clearly thinks that she is. Oh, if Taylor Swift says to go and vote, they're going to go vote for Biden. Bullshit. The people who are interested in Taylor Swift, the only thing they're interested in is buying her new albums and running to her concert. They're not the type that are going to go and vote. How's the volume out there? Yeah, that got me fired up just as the countdown was coming down. It's like, Patsy, there you go with that stupidity again too. But then again, Patsy thinks that the jab is somehow beneficial to people. So, yeah. Sorry again, Patsy. Off the bubble on this one. So I responded to her, and we simply disagree, clearly. But that's okay. Our peril lies in much more important things than this singer. Our peril. Ignore Taylor Swift's influence at our peril. She a fucking Sith Lord or something? What the hell? What a way to start the show. Show's been off the internet for 2 weeks. One thing after another. Just one thing after another. We've had a really weird couple weeks where it's almost spring. It's like 50 degrees, hit 50. I have a rule that I think should be implemented. It's a universal rule. If you're in the middle of winter and it hits 50, you can't go back. It's done. You hit 50. You can't go back again. You had your chance. But that's that. Hey, those that are typing up, what do you think? What do you think the importance of Taylor Swift's influence is in this mess? Judy says, well, I can think for myself, and the last person I would take advice from is Taylor. Laurel said, that what Judy said that, and Laurel said, I agree, bring on spring. Yeah, what... I didn't even realize it was Groundhog Day, and the missus told me, yeah, it was Groundhog Day. So what'd they say? Oh, we got a what'd she say? Was a short spring? Is that what they said? We got a early spring, short spring. Short spring. I mean, Tigger's not going to bounce very high. Have a early spring. I can't take anybody seriously that takes Taylor Swift and her fan base seriously. I just can't. At our peril. Our peril. Look who the fuck we have in the White House. And you're talking about at our peril. The last thing that we need to be worried about is Taylor Swift and her fan base. Judy says, LOL, short spring. Yeah, Tigger likes to bounce. It can't bounce very high. Get a short spring. Well, you might have a short spring. Long summer. It'd be nice to have a long summer. Long, mild summer. Would be good. Been busy. Been working with a I got a realtor over in Vermont. So getting the property ready to sell. We'll see if I can't sell it by midsummer. I got some work I got to do. I got to get myself another 30-yard dumpster and clean stuff out more. I've already got one gone. Laurel says Taylor Swift will never influence me in any way, shape, or form. Right. You know, I mean, I guarantee those who are regular consumers of my content, yeah, that won't be the case. Mine is across the board. I just don't see it. Honestly, the vast majority of people out there gave two shits about Taylor Swift. Oh, but she had the highest selling record. So? That's record sales. It's not fucking political or social influence. And like I had posted up earlier, Taylor Swift is not guiding and changing social standards. She's acting the same way she did when she was 16, 17 years old. She is there and able to make money because of social standards, not guiding those. Judy says we are supposed to get 3 inches of snow tonight. Kind of excited about it. No, I don't want any more snow. Three's fine, but no, we've been running in the 40s and 40s for good week maybe, and hit 50 the other day. So I don't want to go back. The girls are doing good. They're liking the warmer weather. Pumping the eggs out. I say pumping the eggs out. They were pumping them out when it was cold, too. It just makes it easier. I don't feel like I got to run right out there and catch them before they freeze. Like I said, every week I give a dozen eggs out. Friends or family, they get a dozen eggs. Friday box some up. Can anybody guess who I delivered the eggs to? I posted up about it. Judy says we've been in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, that's really warm. I wouldn't be wearing my jackets if it was that warm. It's good on the oil. Judy says, Gus and Sally, that's right. Gus and Sally got the eggs. So we dropped them off Friday afternoon. Stood outside and talked. And it was nice and warm in the sun. Then the sun went down. It's like, oh shit, now it's getting cold. I guess we're going to wrap this up. Yeah. Yep. So the missus isn't happy. She's not happy. Not because of the eggs, but because it takes us over an hour and a half to get to the property in Vermont, and I got a lot of work to do, and it took up a bunch of our summer last year, and she's like, no, it's not gonna mess with our summer this year. It's like, yeah, baby, we'll get things taken care of. We'll get things taken care of. I got the tough stuff, man. I got the sorting through everything and then throwing out the big first load. That was the toughest. The rest now is basically sheds, and there's still some stuff in the house, but I don't have to, not stuff I got to spend a lot of time sorting through. Pretty much just pick it up and go. I'd set some stuff aside, see if my brother wanted it. But he's not in the area, so he didn't come up and get it. I'm going to give him a call and say, hey, you want this stuff, fine. If you don't want this stuff, whatever. Like my father had a 16-foot canoe. It's got some damage to it. I can fix it. I got my own. I don't need to fix it, but I can fix it. If he doesn't want it, I'm not going to throw it. I'll take the time and I'll fix it up and repaint it. It's a red canoe. Figure out I'll stay red, then go with the bottom of the canoe. Go with like that creamy color, taupey cream. It's kind of a tannish cream. It shows scratches least. Lighter colors show least scratches, and I'd go ahead and paint that, tape it and paint that a separate color, and maybe do a black stripe between the red and the bottom. I don't know. Just take my time. Redo the seats. Simple stuff. Laurel says that would be pretty. Yeah, I thought so. Red on the top, about waterline. Do either a black line or don't. A lot of them don't go that fancy. They'll just go second color on the bottom. I think thin black line. I think it'd be really sharp on it. It ain't gonna cost that much more. Redo the seats. Take it. They were they're wicker seats to begin with, and they're not anymore. They've been replaced with you get that stuff for the folding chairs, the outside folding chairs. It's the strips. They're like 2.5 inches, 3 inches wide, something like that. He's got that. I'll take them off, and I'll just totally redo those. But like I said, depends upon whether my brother wants it. If he doesn't want it, I'll do it. If he wants it, he'll get the paddles. He'll get my dad's life jacket and stuff like that. If not, there's a floaty pad too, something, I don't know. He'll get whatever there, and he can take that. But if he doesn't want to, because he gotta be coming up from North Carolina. It's like silly to come up there just for a canoe that you're gonna have to fix. But whatever, it's up to him. But yeah, I think it'd be quite the looker. It's not going to look brand new, but most of the patch stuff is on the bottom. You ain't going to see it anyways. They'll be painted over. It's fine. It's fine. So if I need to go canoeing with a bunch of folks, if somebody else wants to go and they don't got a canoe, well, I got a canoe for them. And if they got them and their gal, or her and her guy, or them and a kid, or them and a couple kids, it's a 16-footer. It'll do just fine. It'll do just fine. We all used it growing up. Had me, my dad, and me and my brother. Or sometimes it was me, my dad, the 2 boys. Sister wasn't there. 2 boys. And then my stepmother in the bow. Stern. Bow. Yeah, bow. In the bow. Front seat. So we all fit, and it was fine. It's a Lincoln. It's a good one. Old. Old, but it's not like a Sears and Roebuck. So it was like, I guess it was pretty much top of the line. I have no idea how we afforded it, because we didn't have shit for money. But it's just it's a nice one. It's fine. So it'll work out. So I'll give my brother a call. Maybe call him tomorrow. Say, hey, what do you want to do? One way or the other. You don't have to come up now. We still got at least another month of snow. So, but I got to be getting getting stuff cleared out. I got an old Chevy Lumina sitting in the dooryard, sinking in the ground. My father uses it as a storage device. Yeah. So I gotta get somebody to haul that thing out of there. Thank God there's only one. I got rid of his SUV and had that all paid for and taken care of. So we had a bit of a respite from the end of summer until now. Not having to think about the property. And so like I said, I got it. I got my ups and downs, emotions about it. But I'll get it done. I figure if I bring some of my kids over a couple days, we should be able to knock that shit out. Got a number for a junker, collects metal. So I'll be giving him a call this week too and say, hey, you want to come on over to my property, set up a schedule and come on over. You can take whatever the hell you want. Well, within reason. Has some spare tires, some old tires there. The junker's not going to take it, but the realtor's like, oh, there's a good place down in, said the name of the town. So you can get rid of them for $5 a piece. So are they going to pay me $5? No. You pay them $5 a piece to take it. And it's like, well, that's awful nice, but you do the math. $5 a tire. I don't know how many tires there. I'd have to maybe 15, 20. I don't know. At $5 a tire, it's still coming out of my wallet. Saying, oh, but with the dumpster and all this stuff. Oh, you get that back when you sell the property. It's like, yeah, after I sell the property, yeah, I'll get it back when and if I sell the property. If it's not ready, I'm paying for the dumpster and I'm getting all that shit, and I'm going to pay for another year of property taxes. I got it. I don't want to spend it. I got better things to do with my time and with my money than sinking it in for another year. Yeah. Gus says, I still want that adjustable rod on the saw. Yeah, Gus. Yeah. Yeah. It's yours. It's yours. Gus went there with me one time. He got the trailer, brought a trailer over, and we filled it up with snow blowers and crap, and back of his truck with crap, and brought it home. So yeah, we'll probably end up taking another trip over there. You get first dibs on whatever the hell's up there. Of course, Sally's going, no, no, John, you're not fucking bringing another thing back to this property. So come on, Sally, come on, it's good shit. I don't have room for it in my place. And hey, and besides, Gus wants the adjustment knob on the saw. It's worth some money. Sally's probably still sitting there shaking her head. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. Sally with you there, Gus? Oh, tonight's coffee. Blueberry muffin from Dunkin' Donuts brand. I know Don would probably be going, oh, God, I'm not going to do that blueberry stuff. Picked up some blueberry wine from Barefoot. Was it Barefoot Wines? Barefoot something or other? I don't know. I can tell you whiskeys. And I'm not a wine guy. I have wine, but I'm a cheap wine guy. This is Barefoot something or other. Blueberry something wine. I thought, well, I like my Blackberry Merlot. This is probably one of my go-to reds. Oh, I love it. It's Arbor Mist. Now, Wild Vines makes the same thing, but I can't get a hold of it. So I thought, well, blueberry, close to blackberry. Gus says, she is now. I had to shut off my ears. Oh, why'd you have to shut your ears off? Thought they'd been working for you. They've been working good for you. But yeah, I tried it. It was fine, but it wasn't. It was a little bottle, so I'm not out too much money. I'll ask the kids. The kids will be coming over tomorrow night, so I'll ask them, hey, do you want this? Do you want this wine here? Because we've gotten to the point now. You know, where you used to get stuff that you didn't like, and you just keep it around. You're going to throw it away eventually, and it's just taking up space. So as soon as you find out you don't want it, get rid of it. So that's what we do now. As soon as we're like, nah, I really don't like this, we either trash it or give it away. Same way with food. So leftovers, are you keen on it? Yeah, I guess I'll eat it later. 3 weeks later, it's still in there, and you're like, shit. Should have just thrown it the first night. Give it to the girls. They eat anything. Why do you have to shut off your ears? How can you hear the show without your new bionics? Mr. Gus. And welcome to the show, Sally. He goes, my phone goes directly to my hearing aids. Oh, yeah, I'd asked you about that. And I don't think that I got an answer. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That way it's like having earbuds in. Right? You just hit Bluetooth's in. Yeah, that's what you said. Bluetooth. There we go. It's one of those nights. Oh, my goodness. Mrs. asked me into the evening. It was after dinner time. She goes, how you doing? Well, a little bit of a headache and a little bit of pressure, but not bad compared to what it was. So I'm going to do the show. I could have went to sleep. But I said, no, it's been 2 weeks. Been 2 weeks. And you folks hadn't got your show. So I'm like, no. Look at that. One cup of coffee gone already. It's been 2 weeks. Everybody thinks something's wrong with John. Just weather. Just weather. Can you hear the fan? I had to actually put the fan on. It's warm in the studio. Going to be interesting during summer. May have to put the AC in the window. I ran the AC in the other studio. You said it wasn't a problem. Of course, with that, the AC was over on this side. In this room, it's going to be right there, straight ahead. So I don't know how it's going to work, but I can't be boiling out of here. Gus says you can't. You can't hear the fan? Yeah. Yeah, Laura's got her air purifiers. No, that's good. I mean, most of the time, folks said they couldn't hear it anyways. I try to modulate it. That's also part of the reason why it's so close to the mic. But that's also why you see it like that in radio broadcasting. They're close to the mic. It's so that the mic doesn't have to be turned up so loud and you don't keep hearing the ambient noise. It's the way it is. So, yeah, we'll see what's up with that property. Not going to get as much as what I wanted. I talked to one realtor to start out with, and he was way lowballing. I'm like, hey, don't think so. Do not think so. This one now is at least in an appropriate ballpark. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, what else do we got? We got the Taylor Swift. Nobody's talking much about the Taylor Swift. I mean, most of the people who follow my content, they're probably on the same sheet as me with how she affects them. I just can't believe anybody thinks that Taylor Swift is gonna be able to sway the vote. No. I'm more worried about shenanigans in the voting process than I am Taylor Swift telling her Swifties to go vote for Joe Dementia Biden. Holy shit, that's hot. Oh, God. Wow. my goodness. Wow. Yeah, usually it's close to an hour in before I grab the my other mug. Wow, that's hot. Laurel says exactly. Yeah, but like I said, yeah, Patsy's made me shake my head more than once on some things that she has said. Wearing my green shirt today. One of my green shirts. I have a few green shirts. I said, John, you got quite a lot. Yeah, greens, browns. I'm an earth tone kind of guy. No, I got some yellows and reds and blues. I have a blue one. I wear my blue one a lot. But yeah, I tend to go earth tones. They suit me. Or my brown vest. It's brown, but it's kind of almost looks like it's got a hint of purple in it. I don't know what the hell the deal is. Probably nobody notices it but me. It's fine. Looks good. I'm not buttoned up today. Sometimes it just gets too restricting. Too restricting. If I'm up walking around, it's fine, button it up. Sitting down, not so not so fine. There you go. Gus is coming on in. There he is. Hey Gus, testing 1 2. How's your mic working?
Mine's doing pretty good.
Okay, fantastic. Hey everybody out there, how's Gus's volume and my volume?
La 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 la. I'm here. I got sick of typing.
I figured that. You and your fingers. No, I don't.
Not in the mood.
I hate doing that. Oh, well, yeah, not in the mood. But I hate that. Go on Instagram and type out something, and you go to send it, and it's like, shit, half of it's misspelled, and the spell check and autofill has changed words on you, and it's like, damn it.
I did that to you I don't know, last week or whatever. I typed you something, and then I said, oh, that was great.
Yeah, it happens. You send it out, and it's like, fuck. I didn't mean to send that.
Well, I did, but I didn't read it before I sent it. It's like, you're a dipshit.
Okay, well, it happens. Not as dipshit as me with the bowl. For those who may not follow my content on Facebook, I think it was Wednesday, because it was a show day, and I wasn't feeling good. I had a migraine all day. I fixed myself some really good beef stew, and I pull it out of the microwave, and of course the bowl's going to be hot. And I specifically didn't do it. I put it in one of those bowls. It looks like a giant coffee cup, but it's really a soup bowl. So I grabbed it. So of course the handle isn't hot, but hey dipshit, it's two 2-minute cycles. The bowl's going to be hot, and I pull it out, and there's a drip of stew going down the side of the bowl. So I just okay, oh shit. Burned the hell out of my tongue. It's like, that's good. I didn't even get the benefit of burning it on the first bite. I burned my tongue pulling the bowl out of the microwave.
Is that why you sounded so funny when you were over here the other day?
No, I'm just been under the weather. I sounded funny.
I'm kidding.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't hear myself. It's like, so it's like, nah.
I do now.
Yeah, my tongue's better now. My tongue's better. Yeah, Wednesday though, man, that was a day. Oh man, the last couple of weeks have just been a pain in the ass. It's like, son of a bitch. But yeah, don't lick hot bowls. It doesn't work. No. So it's like, yeah, well,
it could be worse. It could have been a flagpole.
Well, I already told you on that day it would have been fine.
Yeah,
because it was warm enough. But yeah, kids getting their lips and tongue stuck to the inside of the bus windows. The metal trim. Let it warm up. Breathe on it. Just don't pull. Oh, that's better. That's better. It's starting to cool off a little bit. Again, huckleberry. It's not. Oh man. Oh. Blueberry. Blueberry muffin. Blueberry muffin from Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Man. Gonna be one of those shows. Well, that's okay. It's fine. Doesn't have to be all spit polished.
No.
Yeah, hey Sally, you might have heard. Bringing Gus over to the place. He's bringing a couple truckloads of stuff over to your place. What's she saying?
She's just looking.
Shooting you daggers. Like, no, no, you're not. No, Sally, no. But there is something Gus wants, and he can have it. Damn it, he can have this. He wanted it. It's just a little handle mechanism for the for
radio
a
alarm saw.
radio alarm saw.
That's doable.
Yeah. Well, it's only like 3 inches round, and
Yeah.
well, not round. It would be round. It would be maybe 7 or 8 inches round. It's 3 inches across and 1.5 2 inches deep total, to include the where you grab a hold of it.
And it has a knob that flips out.
Yeah, we need knob.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. No. Taylor Swift. It's like, why'd they have to pop up right before the show? It's like, no. Nobody even knew anything about Taylor. Nobody cared until just before halfway through the Super Bowl season, when she starts dating this quarterback that, frankly, most of us don't know who the hell he is. Is he a quarterback? No, he's not a quarterback, is he?
No.
So see, I didn't even know the position he played.
And Sally said they're not even dating. They're just...
Oh, they're not even dating. Well, she was supposedly schmoozing up to him and rooting on it, whatever. I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. The media cared. That's all it was. Is like who was it? Was it Carl? Carl said. Let's see here. Let's see who it was. I think it was Carl.
Yeah, I read
Alex Geiger.
Yeah.
Alex Geiger. We're saying that, it's just a media bombardment, which is exactly, he said in short what I wrote a long thing saying. It's like, it's all media and social media and it's hype that is drummed up. It's not real. I mean, you want to know the truth, go and read all the comments underneath any of those articles. People don't care. They're done with it. But I put up some content today.
And then I told you I'm pretty much done with all the sports, because all of them, whether it be the NFL, the NBA, the college basketball, NCAA.
Yeah, NCAA.
And then even I was very NASCAR is involved in it, and even NHL finally signed on, and they were a holdout for years. They sent that letter to them talking about they want that act. What was it? I can't remember the name of it, but so that they can protect and not have firearms at all around any type of event. Or that was the they were in support of the. It's a The name of it was something about untraceable or invisible firearms, but it covered all sorts of other stuff. Yeah, it was the shit. Yeah, it's set to expire, and they don't want it to expire.
Yeah, I think any place that wants to disarm you had better be, by law, legally responsible for anything that happens to you. And I won't go to an event that requires. That's why I don't go to gun shows. So, John, you don't go to gun shows? No. Because they require you to disarm or deactivate. In other words, put a plug in or something like that so that you can't use your firearm. It's like, no, I don't think so. It's like, no. So I won't go to a gun show. I won't go to any event that says, no, you've got to disarm before you get in there. It's like, nah, sorry. Your event and your activity, whatever the hell it is not that important to me. It's really not. Won't do it. I know a lot of people do. I get it. It's just what I do. Laurel says you're asking people that don't even care. I know that. I know, but you're not the only ones that'll be watching. Hopefully you're not the only ones that'll be watching the show. Yeah. Oh man, my nose is starting to itch again. Damn it. Dadgummit. Damn it.
We got to figure out what that means.
My nose itches?
Yeah.
It's probably Like I was saying, it might be because I'm talking, but it doesn't itch like when we're out talking from outside. So it might be a combination of the heat, maybe some vibrations coming back from the microphone or something like that when I'm talking. I don't know. Things in the studio, because I'm sure there's still some chemicals floating around. But that being the case, when I work in the studio all day and I'm not talking, my nose doesn't itch.
Well, that's why I was thinking about it. Probably is your mic, because that sends off, whatever, electronic waves or
just the vibrations, because it's pretty close. So just maybe the vibrations coming back, and the older we get, the more hairy we are. We can get the hair in our noses.
It's tickling your hair nose.
Yeah, it's vibrating. It's vibrating my nose trolls. So yeah, that's probably what it is.
Damn nose trolls.
Those damn nose trolls. Damn it. Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say we had a plan. But we couldn't do it today because we had to leave early. But we had a plan because we cooked up a steak.
Mm-hmm.
We have the eggs. So guess what?
Oh, hey. Steak and eggs.
We have entire steak left over.
Yeah.
What was that? The first part got lost.
I said we cooked 2 steaks.
No, it was Sally. The last thing Sally said.
Yeah, she was saying the same thing.
Oh.
I said we had 1 steak left over.
Oh, you got 1 steak left over. Yeah.
Yeah.
1 steak's perfect for steak and eggs, though, between 2 folks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the way Sally cooks it.
So you haven't you haven't busted up the eggs yet?
No,
Not yet.
All right.
that was
Gonna have it for breakfast tomorrow, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't think any place that we have to be.
Yeah, we don't
tomorrow.
have any place yet.
You had stuff to do today.
Yeah, today we were kind of busy. We had a couple of errands we had to do relatively earlier, and I'm not going to say early in the day, but earlier than we normally function.
Function. Conjunction, junction. What's your function?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did run in today too. We went to Sam's Club in Heffenerd. That was it. Big day out. We're waiting for Texas Roadhouse to get done. When are they getting done, Gus?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Tomorrow.
Yes. That'd be good. That'd be fine. We need a decent place. Applebee's, believe it or not, used to be okay, and then they went to shit. We already talked about the Longhorn. The Longhorn used to be good before the. It's not that they're bad now, but they used to be good. Before they did the revamp, they used to have all the old stuff. Then they brought in all the new stuff that looked like the old stuff, but it was brand new, and photographs that are clearly modern and brand new, and didn't have, new saddles, new boots up on the wall, new blankets, where before it was all old. And then they put those the laminate tables that's really not wood. I mean, it's wood, but it's a picture of wood.
Yeah.
Where before it used to be slab wood. Yeah. Oh man, my nose.
They got rid of the ambiance.
Yeah, they made it. It's the same, but it was new and shiny, which was not the same. Before it was old and rustic and a little dusty, and that was fine. I mean, not dirty, just dusty. And I think the food was a little better. I think the serving sizes were a little bit better. But so I think that their food's okay, but it's overpriced for what it is. So Texas Roadhouse it's spot on. Good price for what you get. Good food.
We haven't eaten there, have we?
Where?
Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, we did, up in Laconia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they have one in Laconia?
Yes, they
It's Hilton,
do.
I think. Or is it Laconia?
maybe it's Guilford. It's where the old
Lebanon.
It's right by where the Kmart and the banana used to be, whatever the hell it is. The big banana.
Don't know. I don't know what the banana is.
That's what it was called. It was called the Big Banana. I
don't know.
can't remember. There's a.
You say that's in Laconia?
No, it's before.
That would be Tilton's before Laconia.
Lakeport.
Lakeport. I don't know.
Yeah, you go across Mosquito Bridge and then.
Oh, and you can see the sandbar.
Yeah, you keep going up that way.
Yeah.
Maybe it's after Laconia. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that'd have to, because Tilton's before Laconia. So what you're talking about is probably on the other side.
Yeah, it's before the Weirs.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody's going, what the hell are they talking about?
We do this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It is there. It's the just north of Hart's Turkey Farm. Right?
South.
No,
South.
it couldn't be south of Hart's Turkey Farm.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Because isn't Hart's Turkey? What I'm trying to say.
No, Hart's Turkey Farm is after.
Oh yeah, Hart's Turkey Farm is just shy of Meredith. Yeah, so it's yeah, way south of Hart's Turkey Farm is where you're talking about. Yeah, it's like wow, yeah, no,
it's south of Weirs Beach too.
South of Weirs Beach, that would be. I'm trying to think of what would be there. I don't know. You got you got to run through Tilton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You actually got to go through Laconia. After you said that, I was like, wait a minute.
Tilton, Laconia, and then
I did the route in my head, and
I was doing it in my head, and I was in my head I was doing two locations. I was doing the bridge where you can see the sandbar.
Yeah. There
in Laconia. And I was doing Hart's Turkey Farm, which is just outside of Meredith. It's like, and they were together. That worked in my head, but that's not the way they are.
Yeah, but you also got to realize you've got Tilton, and then you hit Belmont. You hit Belmont, and then you hit Laconia.
Yeah, you touch Belmont.
Right.
Because Belmont you hit going towards Laconia, or if you're going towards Alton.
Because they have right there at where that bypass is, that's actually Belmont, because they have their town beach right there on the lake.
Yeah, but you're just hitting the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because for folks that don't know, that there's two highways, and one runs, and they both go up to Winnipesaukee, and one runs Laconia and up to Meredith, and then the other one shoots sideways. It's diagonal, and it runs to Alton and Alton Bay. And Belmont hits both of those roads, but you hit different parts of Belmont. Everybody's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One goes up one side of the lake, and the other one goes up the other.
Right. Well, one goes to the very tip of the southern part of the lake, and the other one runs up the western side.
Yeah.
And then from Alton and Alton Bay, you can either go west or east. If you go east, you go up to Wolfboro. If you go west, you're skirting around and you end up by Meredith and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They call it the noisy side and the quiet side. The quiet side's the east side. Noisy side is the west side.
Right.
As Laconia, Meredith. Yep. Center Harbor.
Yeah.
And then you start to get a little bit quiet towards, you still keep going east, you get Moultonboro. And then you can go from there, you go on up to, you go straight east to, slightly northeast to Ossipee. And then north or south. North takes you up to Conway and the Kangamungus Highway, Kangamangus.
Hankamankus.
The Kanky-Mankus, the Hanky-Pankus. Yeah. We talked about the loop before. Showed folks on the map. I don't know what episode that was. And I don't do episodes for the show anyways. I don't know what date that was. I'm like, oh, we don't do episodes. We do dates. You have to know what date it was, and I have no freaking idea.
Hell, I don't even know what today is.
Today is the 11th.
Ah.
It is the 11th.
Oh, it's almost Valentine's Day.
Almost. The missus hates it. She hates Valentine's Day.
It's a Hallmark Day.
Right. She goes, if you need a special day to treat your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend better, it's like, no, baby, I get it. Every day. That's like birthdays and all the other stuff. Hey, if you need something and we can help out, we do it. We don't wait until somebody's birthday. We just get it done.
Well, that's like Father's Day and Mother's Day. I feel the same way about that. You want to treat them. You treat them that way year round.
That's right. Treat me like the God I am.
The Daddy John.
But here's, if you're going to do that, Father's Day is for fathers. Mother's Day is for mothers.
That's right.
I don't care if you're a fucking single mother or father. You got your own damn day. It says so on the day. You're not both. Oh, this is all the fathers on Mother's Day. No. They got Father's Day.
Yeah.
Like I wrote about that the other day. It's like, oh, we're supposed to pat single mothers on the back like they're some sort of saint. Well, most of them are single. Most of them are single because of choices and decisions that they made in life, and they're not laudable. Stop it. Get yourself a man. Get yourself a good man. Then have children. Get married. Have children. Yeah, we all screw up. The difference is up until 5 minutes ago, nobody celebrated that shit.
Nope.
And said, "Oh, it's okay."
Happy Transgender Day.
Geez. Oh, fuck that. When is that?
Oh.
When is International Transgender Day?
The Pride Month, or whatever the hell you want to call it. No.
Hey, it's Black History Month, isn't it now? I was wondering why I got all this freaking pro-African shit and it's like Black History Month and you're sending me this African propaganda crap, where everybody was black. It's like, no, stop it. No, they weren't. It's not a slight against black people. But they weren't everybody. They weren't the freaking Incans. They weren't the Sioux Indians. They weren't the Eskimos. They weren't the Japanese. They weren't the Ming Dynasty. They weren't the Vikings. No, I'm sorry. There were people around this world that weren't freaking black. Stop
Aborigines.
Oh, the Aborigines. Yeah, they're sort of black, aren't they, though?
Yeah, but they don't consider themselves black.
No, they look kind of weird. They look like Aborigines look like gnomes, right? Gnomes?
And that's not a slight.
No, they look like gnomes. They got it's almost a black a black nose, but it's not. It's too bulbous.
Yeah.
They've got although they are dark skin, they don't look like sub-Saharan African. They look like dark gnomes. It's just what they look like. Here's another thing, we talked about this before, is how Native Americans look today versus how they looked 200 years ago and in the past. They look almost the same now. Everybody thinks that Native Americans, they look like Sioux and stuff like that. And it's like you go back and you look at pictures that were taken in the 1800s of the various tribes. They look nothing like the Indians look now.
No.
But, it is what it is. That's fine. And most all of us that have been around, my family lineage there were some of the first whiteys in this continent. And, they mixed with the folks here. That's what happened. So again, anybody who's got lineage that's been, around for 100, 200 years in the United States is bound to have Native American blood somewhere in their gene pool. It's the way it is. Nothing wrong with that.
So, Little Miss Indian was right then, right?
No, actually, she wasn't, because they did a DNA test on her, and she's about as un-Native American as you can get. Holy crap! It's like you couldn't guess that outcome because of how much intermingling of the people there were. It really takes something to not have Native American in your DNA, and you're here in the United States. So it's like, holy shit.
I'm just a mutt, and I believe in it.
Yeah, well, that's the American way. It's the American way.
I'm an American, damn it.
Yeah, I'm American. American, damn it.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, it is what it is. I never thought of myself as white. You know, it's just something that just never, well, it's because you wouldn't, because you're the majority. It's like, give me a break. If you lived in a black community and you're only there, that's all you have around you too. Why are you thinking of yourself as black? Your skin color should never, same way with your sexuality. Why the fuck is your sexuality the first thing that you think about when you think of yourself? Why? Tell me about yourself. Oh, I'm white and I'm heterosexual, and it's like, no, that's not who you are. Tell me about yourself. This identity politics shit. We had about wiped that shit out. Remember the 80s and the 90s? We had about wiped all that shit out.
Yeah.
We hit 2000. It wasn't the, we didn't get the Y2K. Everything exploded. No, everything else went fine. Society fucking went crazy.
Yeah.
Society was the problem. Our computers are fine. None of my shit broke down. Society just lost its mind. Y2K. And then, and then just start dividing people up. In the name of inclusion, we're going to divide people up. In the name of unity, we're going to divide people up into smaller and smaller groups. And then try to out-victim each other and then, point fingers and blame and all this other shit. No, how about just some personal accountability? Just personal accountability. Take care of a lot of shit. Man, now 2024.
I wasn't raised to judge people that way. That wasn't how I wasn't raised to judge people in period, but I didn't judge by race or nationality or anything. It didn't matter to me.
Well, I'm gonna make it quite clear. I judge people all the time. But I try to be fair. I use judgment and discernment, and I'm fair. It's like, I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're Asian. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're Native. I don't care. I care if you're an asshole or not. I care whether you've got common sense. I care whether or not you're good to the people around you. I care whether you're honest and true about things. That's what I care about.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about, as far as, like, people talk about people who are poor and all of that. Yeah. I know some people that
I grew up dirt poor, so.
Yeah, they're the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Well, some of them are.
They care.
But some are assholes. Look, there's good rich people, there's good poor people. There's nasty poor people, and there's nasty rich people. It's not just about your tax bracket. It's about so many other things. So many other things.
It's about your personality.
Yeah. How you treat people. It's like, I have never in my life demanded respect from anybody. Never. Never demanded respect from anybody. What I won't do is I won't put up with disrespect. Now, see, there's a difference.
Yeah.
If you respect me, fine. Don't disrespect me. But I've never demanded respect from anybody.
Well, it's like my kids. I never demanded respect, but I've always gave them the reason. I gave them no reason to disrespect me.
Well,
what's
yeah, with me, honestly, when the kids were kids, I could give two shits whether they respected me or not, because I knew that was going to be some kids. They're going to be kids. What I cared about is that they did what they were told to do, and that I didn't mistreat them. And then we let everything else fall from there, and then they're going to grow up and they're going to determine for themselves whether they respect. I don't put a lot of weight into the respect of children. And I don't mean that as an insult, but they don't have wisdom. They have nothing to gain. So children respect a lot of shit they shouldn't respect. And they don't respect a lot of stuff that they should. So again, with children, it's whether or not they're showing disrespect and whether or not they're obeying what they're told to do. That to me is more important. And then they'll learn the rest as they get older. I'm harder than you, though, Gus. We're not the same people. He goes, yes, you are, John.
well, and I wholeheartedly admit that.
Yeah, no, and that's fine. Takes all types. All types. But yeah, I never, still to this day, I don't give a shit whether kids respect me. I don't care if my neighbors respect me. I really don't. What I care is whether or not they show disrespect to me. And I don't sit and obsess. Over, oh my God, whether somebody likes me or not. There's nothing I can do about it. I am me. Folks either like me or they don't. And I tend to be a very polarizing person. People either like me or they don't. It is the way it is. I don't lose sleep over it. Because I got to live with myself. That's what I lose sleep with. When I do something boneheaded, and I gotta rethink myself, that's when I lose sleep. It's like, did I do the right thing? I usually do the right thing, but I'm not perfect. That's when, or if I hurt somebody that didn't deserve to be hurt. Right. And even then, I don't get joy out of either physically or emotionally hurting somebody. I don't. Because I know it sucks.
No, because you've walked in their shoes.
Yeah.
And it's not good.
It's not good at all. Sometimes it's needed, but then again, and that goes back to if hurting needs to be done, I'm going to do it. That's what a man does. Can you imagine a doctor not being able to treat cancer because he doesn't want to hurt the person?
Yeah.
People would die of cancer.
Yes, they would.
So you got to do the same thing with raising kids. You shouldn't worry about your kids liking what you're doing with them. Because guess what? Newsflash, doesn't matter how great you think you are, your kids are not going to like everything you do.
Nope.
They'll grow up. They'll figure it out. Then you can sit down as grown adults later and reminisce about everything. Reminisce. Remiss is not reminisce. Similar, nowhere close in meaning. Reminisce about things, and then have a good laugh, and have a good conversation about it. But no, when you're an adult and you have children, you need to be a parent and you need to do the right thing, whether or not your kids are going to like it or not.
Yeah, you're not their friend.
You're not their friend. You can be friendly. Yeah, don't abuse your kids and don't be, unfriendly. Of course, we've talked about this too. Same way with work. Yep. Work is not a place to socialize unless that's your job. Most jobs, 99.998% of jobs are not for socializing. However, to do your job well, most jobs require some sort of social skills. So yes, be social. But you're not there to socialize. You're not there to make friends. Don't make enemies. Don't be an asshole. But there's too many people that confuse what they're supposed to be doing. I hate seeing adults with kids. Adults with kids. Well, I hate seeing kids with kids even more. I hate seeing a parent talk about their kid, especially when their kid is under the age of 18, as their best friend. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't look to your children, nor become your child's best friend. Be their parent, be their guide, be their mentor. Be nice, be social, do the things you're supposed to do, but they had better not be your friend. You're their parent. Now, when you get older, okay, things change because the relationship has changed. But even as it is right now, my kids are not my friends. We don't gab on social media. We don't, I'm still dad. I'm social. I'll help them out. I'll talk about things. It's all friendly and everything, but we're not friends.
Well, it's like one of my daughters, she's in Costa Rica, I think.
No, Punta Cana or whatever it is.
I can't remember. She's down South America somewhere on vacation. And
well, Costa Rica would be a good guess because that's one of the cheapest but friendliest and safest places you can go. So
I think it is
Dominican Republic.
The Dominican Republic, that's right.
Oh, the DR. That's by Haiti, isn't it? It's right on the island.
It is.
It could be,
Dominican
yeah.
Republic. Yeah.
She said that she had arrived, and I said, have fun, but still be safe and everything else. Yeah. I said, remember, doesn't how old you get, your dad still worries.
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't worry about our kids like we worry about our friends. It's totally different. I don't worry about my friends. I peripherally, but I don't sit and oh my God, man. Oh, unless I know something's wrong. But generally, you just, hey, have fun. You know, let's do your thing. Your kids are different.
You didn't hear Sally, did you?
No, I didn't. I heard a noise. What'd she say?
Gee, thanks, John.
No, well, that's why I also put in, unless I know something's wrong. I check up on you guys.
You do.
I do. But it's not, you're not my kids. It's a different thing.
No.
No. And it's always folks who have my number. You just know if you're in driving distance. If there's a problem, give John a call. I'll be there. Don't worry about it. But that's just me. But it's different. With the kids, it's different.
Yeah,
it's different. And I hate. Here you go. You two could hurt yourselves, and I would feel sorry for you. I go, damn, I wish you didn't do that. My kids hurt themselves, I get pissed off because I don't want my kids to hurt. And I feel, no matter how old they get, I feel obligated to take that pain away.
Yes.
I don't feel obligated to take your pain away. She's like, John, holy shit. No, but you know what I'm talking about. It was the same way with my dad. I never felt obligated to take away my father's pain. He was my father. I was the son. Most of the time he had it fucking coming. So it's like, but it's different in the same way with friends. I don't feel obligated to, here you go. We all care very, very much about Connie and Elliot.
Right.
But I don't think any of us thought that it was our direct duty responsibility to take care of their problems for them.
No. I couldn't fly out there and hold their hand.
Right. But if they were your kid, it's different. And you go, okay, yeah. What are we going to do? Because that relationship, that bond, and that responsibility tends to flow in one direction. Laurel says exactly. Oh, glad folks are listening out there. Yeah, it's different. It's not that we don't care. It's different. It's the same way with love. There's like half a dozen different terms for the word love and the reasons. I love Gus and Sally different than I love my kids, or I love my wife.
Yeah.
It's just
Thank
different.
God.
Yeah, no shit. So, oh my goodness, John's getting freaky over there. he's like John's a dog. He's just humping everything around him. I love this place.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh man, you want to see me? Some of the most pissed off times in my life when growing up, not growing up, when my kids were growing up, is when they get hurt. And it's more so if they get hurt doing something stupid. It's like, fuck. Not only was it stupid, I still can't take care of it, and I can't take the pain upon myself. You're going to have to deal with it, and there's nothing I can do about it. And that for a parent is just, that sucks. We would rather have our own leg chopped off than to see a skinned knee on a child. But it is what it is. Then they've got to do it. A lot of things, they've got to do it. That's another thing what I talked about. I wrote up there about what's happening now versus like when we were kids. You didn't protect your kids from everything. We weren't protected from everything. We were allowed to get broken bones. Everybody I knew had broken bones. Who the fuck has broken bones nowadays?
He didn't hear you.
No, I didn't hear her. Sally's saying something. What's she saying?
I said my kids grew up in bubble wrap.
You wrapped them in bubble wrap?
Well,
Damn, no. Damn them.
I think of taking care of them.
Yeah, but I mean, growing up, stop and think about just growing up. Just you growing up. Think about everybody around you. Somebody had got a big major cut and they've needed stitches. And most everybody had at least one broken bone. Hell, we played on playgrounds that had the monkey bars over fucking cement or asphalt, for crying out loud. Somebody was gonna get a broken bone.
15-foot high metal slides.
Yeah, or the hand over hand ladder things.
Yeah.
That they put freaking, 15 feet in the air for kids that are 4 foot tall. Yeah. And somebody's going to fall.
Yeah.
This is just the way it is. They don't do that shit now.
No.
They don't remember making, making like ramps out of plywood and blocks and shit and jumping your bikes over it. And not only that, over other kids on the other side of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was commonplace.
And pounds that we used to jump on a bike. That was about as dumb as they can be.
Yeah. I mean, come on. And we all survived. Laurel says, I knew where every pediatric emergency room was for the son. Yeah, because they're going to get hurt. They're going to get hurt. Let them get hurt. That's what. Oh, and that gets me. That's what fathers. That's where fathers come in. Mothers are absolutely wonderful, and crucial for the. I'll call them the initial formative years of a child's life. In others, from birth till about 5 or 6. Absolutely crucial. After that, they need to let go. And that's where the father comes in and brings the male energy and the masculine into it. And then the middle ground, up until the early teens, you get a blend of mom and dad.
Yep.
And then once they turn teenagers, and you get a shit ton more dad, because dad prepares them, ideally. Women can do it too, but ideally, the men prepare them for life because we take a more stoic look on things. Yeah. And we're missing this balance in our society. We've gone way female centric. And every time you go to my page and you look at articles, and you're going to see theme after theme come up. Crazy women. Now, this doesn't say that all women are crazy, because they're not. But women and men are not wired the same way fundamentally. And we need each other to stay on an even keel. And our society is letting a bunch of batshit crazy women do what the fuck they want. The whole transgender ideology and that whole movement, that's not men. Women push that shit. Men aren't taking their kids to drag queen story hours. Women are. So pointing this out isn't a negative against women, because shit, most honest women that have half a brain cell work, and they're going to go, yeah, you're fucking right. We need to get these crazy bitches under control. They're just way out there.
I have a very vivid memory of, I was like 6 years old. My father was he was rebuilding the house, and him and my uncle were putting on a new bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
They had it all roofed and everything, and they had ladders up. And of course, I was out there watching them and everything else. And I walked over and I started climbing up the ladder to go up on the roof. And my mother happened to see, and she came running out and she said, get him down. He's going to get hurt. My father and my uncle look at each other, and they look at her and go, he's a kid. He's gonna do it. Just let him do it.
Yeah. And kids heal. If you're going to get hurt, this is the best time of your life to do it.
Yeah, but I went up and down the ladder just like I'd watched them do it 100 times, and it's just fine.
Yeah.
And they taught me how to do that. And
you got to let kids push their boundaries. Right. Laurel says, and once they are adults, you find out about all the really stupid stuff they did that could have killed them. Thank God I didn't know. Yeah, well, me and the missus, there's not a lot of surprises with our kids growing up. We sit down and they think that they've pulled some. It's like, no, you pick your battles, but it's the parents' job to allow certain things to happen. It's not done nowadays. They totally infantize the last because I say generations don't happen in a generation, because there's like one generation is 20 freaking years of kids being born. It's a wide range. So there is a shit ton of kids out there in overlapping generations that's how you get 30-year-old children. That's how when I wrote the thing about the in Chicago, and she's saying, oh, they're young, they're babies. They're not fucking babies. They're teenagers and they're young adults. So they're anywhere usually from 14 to 26 years old that are doing they're stealing these cars. Those aren't fucking babies.
Nope.
But it's a woman that's saying it. And again, this isn't slamming women. Men and women think about things different. My children will always be my child. They're not my babies. For women, they tend to be their babies. And that's fine. But when you have women that don't have that masculine energy with them to help temper everything, you get problems. You get men that think that you get males that never become men. 30, 35-year-old boys in males' bodies. You get girls that never become women. They are 35-year-old princesses living in a fairy tale that have an ego that's overblown and unjustified. The males and the females, they're not getting together the way they should. They're not partnering up and working as a team the way they should. And this is caused by a switch from a mother and father home to a female-only home. And then the kids go into a female-only teachers all day. Men are pieces of shit. They started teaching that boys were pieces of shit. Back in the mid-'70s into the 80s, they started into that crap. Boys could never do anything right, and we're going to make boys act like girls. No, don't. Fucking Ritalin. ADHD. No, he's a boy. He's a boy. Don't give him drugs. He's a boy.
He's busy.
Yeah. There is a reason why he can't focus on things, because his mind's going 50,000 different directions. His hormones are kicking in. He's a boy. You don't give him drugs. You teach him how to control those powers that he has. He's not a little girl.
It doesn't need to be made, or anybody doesn't need to be made into a zombie either.
Right. Don't give him them drugs. Teach him to control themselves. Self-control. He gonna stumble. There's going to be problems. It isn't going to be easy. Never was. Stop trying to take the easy way. And then, like I said, teenagers were more adults than most adults that are below 40 years old now when we were kids. Because you were doing more adult shit. And when I mean adult shit, I'm not talking about having sex and smoking and drinking. I'm just talking about behavioral and responsibilities, and what was expected of you was more adult than what's expected of somebody that's 25 to 35 years old now.
It's funny because I growing up, I always gravitated to the older people, like, because I felt I wanted to learn, and they would teach me, and it would, I gravitated towards older people. I always have.
Yeah. Oh, no, I get it. And, and I've said this before. If you knew me when I was 19 and you knew me now, it's the same guy. It's the same guy. I was so not like most of the kids my age. And for the same reason, I tended to be more of I watched. I didn't have anybody that I would say was a mentor, but I watched and I emulated. Because I've never been a follower. I was in the military. I was a police officer. I can follow commands. I can follow, but I'm not a follower. And there's a difference there. So, yeah. But, yeah, it is what it is.
I always laugh at the kids when they say, well, you don't understand all the way things are. Yeah, I do. I do understand, but you just...
Human nature didn't change. Because our technology changed doesn't mean that, kids are suddenly, you don't know what it's like to be a kid nowadays. Yeah, bullshit. I was a kid. Kids are kids. Adults are adults. You just have different technologies and slightly different issues. Some things are worse. Some things are better. It is what it is. Laurel says, my son lets my grandson be a kid. His idiot mother wanted to have him on drugs for ADHD. Thank God the doctor straight up told him that something a 5-year-old... Yeah, 5-year-old, Jesus Christ. 5 years old? No, he's 5. He's 5. That's like... They call, like, the terrible twos. They call them the terrible twos for a reason. Because in the development, they're all going through a certain thing. They're gonna push their boundaries. They're just starting to get longer term memory. I think that kicks in closer to 4. So they're learning a lot of stuff. And each age, again, 5. You got a lot of shit that's going on in 5. 5, they're getting ready. They're starting to interact with other kids outside their immediate sphere. Yeah, let him fucking be a kid. And if it's a boy, oh my God. Give him something to do. You got a kid with a lot of energy, great. Have him harness that energy. Give him shit to do. Kid stuff, don't put him to work. I was put to work. Kid stuff. Give him something to do. It's like, you got to think of it like a dog. Oh my God, he's talking about kids and dogs being the same. Yes, they're the fucking same. Kids and dogs are the same. And the people that don't get it, they won't get it. You get a breed of dog. Let's say you've got like a Dalmatian. You better keep it active.
Yeah.
If you don't, think of like a ferret. A ferret's the same way. If you don't keep them occupied, they're going to get into trouble. Kids are the same way. Keep them occupied. Keep them active. The key to children is not to make them calm all the time. It's teaching them we're calm and quiet now, and the rest of the time we're not, and we have energy, and we're going to get rid of that energy, but we're going to do it in a constructive way. Dogs, they're just like a fucking dog.
Exactly.
And you got to train them, and train them when they're young.
Yeah.
You can't hear. How many times have you seen somebody think that it's so cute, little Johnny is swearing and he's 3 and 4 years old. Oh, it's so cute. Ha, ha, ha. And then it's like now they're 5 or 6 and they're interacting at school and 7 and they're still swearing, and there's like, you taught them how to do that.
Yeah.
You laughed at them when they swore. You said that it was cute when they swore. You trained them. They got positive reinforcement on their bad behavior, just like a dog does.
Yeah. Well, look at like nature, period. Like I'll use as an example, like you have lions, and they teach them right from the beginning what needs to be done, because at some point in time, they're going to get bigger and stronger.
Right.
You know, if it's a male, especially bigger and stronger, and they'll fight back.
Right.
You know?
You better train them when they're young before they can
Right.
kick your ass. But here's it:
Right.
you'll never be able to kick Dad's ass. So don't even think about it. But yeah, when it's like, oh, you can't control your kid and he's 5, you wait till he's 15.
Yeah.
Or she's 15.
Yeah.
You're setting yourself up for failure. Laura wrote, she goes, she lives in an apartment and he has no place to play outside. Thank God. Thank God she only gets him 4 days a week. And they live here with me and have 18 acres to raise. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, but that's the same way with dogs as well. You don't get yourself a whippet and put him in a fucking apartment.
No.
Same way with kids. But see, when we were growing up, even if you lived in an apartment, the kids, they'd run in packs.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Run. It didn't matter. You live in an apartment, whatever. You didn't need 18 acres. You just needed a bunch of friends, and off you went. Don't kill yourself. We live in a different world. And contrary to popular belief, it's not because the world is, more dangerous for kids. No, it's that the kids they're not being taught the right things.
Right.
It's like I said, goes back to the infantizing of the generations coming up. Go. Be a kid. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Your kids are going to come home and they might have a burn. They might have a cut. They might have a skinned knee. Might even have a broken bone. It might, might break their toe, or they might break their hand, or whatever. It happens. It happens. Let them be kids. That's how they test their mettle. That's how they figure out who the hell they are and what they can do. Kids nowadays don't know what the hell they can do. And that's why when they're tested, they fail. Because they've never been tested. Test them when they're young. Let them figure out what they can do. They don't do that now. But they tell them, you're perfect. You're perfect. You can do anything. No, you fucking can't. Even less so when you're untested. We never had that shit growing up.
No.
Go figure it out. Go ahead, Sally.
They took kids and tested them when they were 5 years old, before they started school. And they tested at genius level because they were very innovative with their mind. They had to be. So then they start school and they test them the next year, and the IQ goes down more and more and more, to where when they are 16, their IQ level is so low, they actually considered them stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Because they're not interested in actually allowing kids to grow and get smart. Right. It's about indoctrination. It's about social shit. It's about if they can spout. They don't care whether or not they know anything other than the narratives. That's it. If you know the narratives, you're good to go. And that's a shame.
A huge shame.
Yeah. Criminal.
Everybody.
It's criminal.
Everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah. For what? No. Stop it. No.
A participation trophy. Oh yeah, great.
Yeah. Thank you for participating. I want to award winners. Let's get drive. Let's stop demonizing success. That's what I hate too. It's like, you envy the rich. Why do you envy the rich? When I was growing up, the rich weren't envied. They were emulated. You wanted to be like the successful. You wanted to be like the high school quarterback. You wanted to be like the doctor that made the money. You like to be something better than what you were. Nowadays, they tell people, it doesn't fucking matter. Put on your fucking pajamas and go to Walmart. That's good enough. You're good enough. You're perfect the way you are. No, you're not. Doesn't mean you have to hate yourself, but you're not perfect.
No.
That's why whenever anybody's tested, they're hit with anything that dares question that facade, that thin veneer of bullshit smeared over society. They lose their fucking mind. Laurel says they teach them what to think, not how to think for themselves. Right. And I've explained, this is what schooling is supposed to be for, okay? Kindergarten is supposed to start to teach them to socialize with other people. A lot of socializing skills and basics, get them ready for first grade, so they should know their ABCs, their 1, 2, 3s, maybe start to basically read, but it's a lot of socializing. That's why you only need half a day. Then your primary school, so you go from first to, depends upon what part of the country, usually first to about 5th grade. You're learning basic reading, writing, arithmetic, the skills, how to manipulate things, the basics of mathematics and language and such. Then you got 5th and 6th grade, or 5th to what about 8th? Because 9th is high school, right? So from 5th to 8th, and depending upon your school system, depends upon whether you're mixed or whatever. That gets you ready for high school. Okay, so you're usually in now you're going into multiple classes. You're moving around the school. You're doing things different than you were before. Before it was your one class, that's it, except for maybe art. You go off to art and gym would be the 2 classes not done by your teacher. Now you're getting multiple teachers and you're learning how to do assignments and stuff like that. Then high school comes in. High school is not an extension of your primary school where you're learning your basics. High school is to teach you how to think. The first is to set the foundations, to give you something to work with. High school is to teach you how to think. It's less important what they're teaching you in high school compared to the skills, the learning. You learn how to research for yourself. You learn how to compile data for yourself. You learn how to present data in a way others can understand. It's getting you set for college, where then you're in a totally different learning environment. If you did not learn those learning skills in your high school years and then you go to college, you will fail. It doesn't matter how smart you are. If you did not learn those skills that is taught in your high school years, you will fail. Because they're not going to spoon feed you. It's not grammar school. But that's not what's going on now.
No.
Now it's a factory and they push you through and they roll you over year after year. They don't care. Just keep pushing you through. It's numbers. Leave no student behind. Bullshit. Leave them fucking behind. I would rather leave, let's say, I'm just using rough numbers here. They don't extrapolate exact, but let's say there's 100 students and 2 just aren't going to make it. Sorry.
Leave them behind.
Leave them behind because they're not meant to do it. I would rather that than to go, what we're going to do is we are going to dumb down all the curriculum and hold everybody back from their potential so that we leave nobody behind. No. Leave them behind. The same way as when you get into inner city schools and you've got children that are a problem. It's not a fucking daycare. If they are disruptive and they're not going to obey by the rules of the school and learn, because that's what they're there for, you kick them the fuck out. Oh no, then they won't graduate. They're not going to graduate anyways. They're not going to graduate. So you're going to babysit them for 4 damn years, and they're going to be a distraction and a hindrance to all the other students around them. Kick them the fuck out. Let the other one shine. Oh, everybody's got to have a diploma. So we have people getting high school diplomas that can't freaking read.
Yeah.
Why? Well, because we need the stats. Dartmouth College. Oh, we're not going to take the SATs and the ACTs. We're not going to use that for a qualification for admittance into this Ivy League school because it's racist. Because they've determined that standardized testing, since certain demographics don't score as well, it's got to be racist. No, it's not racist. So after what I say, they implemented that in 2020 or some shit like that. And now it's 2024 and they're reversing. And they're like, yeah, guess what? We're tired of students not making it past the first fucking year in college. We're going to start implementing the SATs and the ACTs back for qualification for entering into the school. No shit, Dick Tracy. Insane. It's, God. It's like, oh, we had a study that did. Oh, you had a fucking study. It took you 4 years to figure shit that we knew right from the get-go. Why do you think that the tests were there? The tests weren't there because we wanted to keep minorities out of college.
Just a way of wasting our money.
Yeah, now, yeah, because everybody needs to. But that's not why the tests were developed. It was to make sure that the people were prepared to go to college.
No, I'm talking about the little studies that they do.
Oh, yeah, the studies are fucking... Yeah. It's like, oh, we found out this and that's like, oh, Jesus. I could have told you. Next time you're going to blow $750,000 on a question, I'll do it for $300,000, and I'll tell you in a week. And I probably knew the answer before the money could even get to my account. Yeah, I'll save you some freaking money. Absolutely ridiculous. And then the studies most of the time are bullshit now anyways. I posted up the study where it was, I think it was University of Michigan or some crap like that, and they determined that there's a bigger carbon footprint for urban gardens than there are for traditional, rural standardized farming. And you're like, how would 3 carrots grown here and 3 carrots grown there have a different carbon footprint? Well, because they go, well, for the amount of acreage and the amount of stuff and blah, 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 you've got these building materials and the sidewalks and the decks. And it's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Stop it.
They're making the numbers fit whatever they want.
Right. Well, no shit. That's like going, oh, do you know, hey, can you believe that a house that's 5,000 square feet has a bigger carbon footprint than a house that's 1,000 square feet? Can you imagine that?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, go figure. Really? Really? Is that how it works? Oh, gee, you expend more energy laying in sidewalks than you do a dirt path? Really? Is that really how it works? So we're going to judge everything in our society based on that? Well, by those metrics, why don't we fucking get rid of all the cities?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I hate cities. People. The more people you get in a group, the more stupid they get, and the more dangerous they get, and the more rude and cruel they get. It's like rats. It's like, oh, damn, John was talking about kids. Kids were like dogs. Now people are like rats. Yes, they are. People are animals as well. We are arguably capable of being the most advanced. You notice what I did there. We are arguably capable of being the most advanced and most intelligent species on Earth, but we are still animals. Judy says, they're playing games with dumb people. Oh, they're playing games with dumb people. The sad part is they think we are all dumb. Oh, yeah. It's like, really? I don't know. You're either stupid or you think I'm stupid, and neither is acceptable. No. My goodness. Hey, we don't have a whole lot of people watching tonight.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's been 2 weeks. People probably just forgot that it was going on. Laurel says, I don't want those idiots out here in the country. Yeah, no shit. No, I get it. I think we should put walls around cities. It'd be like freaking Escape from LA or Escape from New York shit.
Escape from New York.
Yeah, it's like, no, you guys stay there. I'm fine out here. Yeah, try that in a small town. Yeah, it's not the same. I don't even like small towns anymore. I want to be out in the country. Oh, man. No. But, oh my goodness.
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But unless we all start speaking up and saying things, it's never going to change.
Right. It's like I had posted up. It was about the alderman, the female alderman in Chicago. And it's like we can't even begin to address some gal had asked me, well, how do you envision changing this? And I've been to her page. She just recently started following me because of my whiskey post and stuff like that. But she looks like she leans a bit liberal. And she said, how do you envision the change? And it's like, look, and I made a long post. It's like, it's not easy, but we've got to address a lot of different things. And it led me to make a couple other commentary posts today about most of us rational folks out there, no matter where you lie on the political spectrum, we agree on most things.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's work on the things we agree on and stop letting these agitators and political heads and what have you yank people around for their own means, because they don't give a shit about the problems. They give a shit about the power, the fame, the control, and the money is what they care about. And everybody else is just the tool. Most of us agree on most things. Let's start there. Everybody knows the transgender movement is complete bullshit. Everybody. And even the people that have been going along with it now for the past 20 fucking years starting to wake up and go, oh shit, this isn't a game anymore. No, you've been warned. It's not. You don't encourage this shit. Right, left, center. People know the truth.
I beg your pardon. You're calling me a tool?
I didn't say that. I can neither confirm nor deny that statement.
Yeah.
Judy says you might be onto something, Cowboy. Walls. Yes, walls. Big fucking walls. Oh, walls don't work. Bitch, yes they do. Betcha they do. That's why they're around every fucking prison. That's why they're around the White House. Walls work. Oh, you don't think walls work? Hey, go check out the wall between the border between Egypt and Gaza. Go check that shit out. Tell me walls don't work. They're bitching about a little bit of razor wire on the southern border by the Rio Grande. Why don't you go take a look at the Egypt border between Egypt and Gaza? Shut the fuck up. Walls work. As I say, good fences make great neighbors. There's a reason. If you're in proximity. I think distance makes great neighbors.
Yeah, you're in the wrong part of the country for that.
I'm in the wrong part. Yeah, there's places I could move to that it isn't. I want to be able to yell, and if my neighbor can't hear me, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
You can mitigate it to a point.
You can mitigate. There's a lot of trees and there's stuff around here. That's fine. But yeah. Laurel says that wall is impressive. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. double fucking wall with there shit ton of razor wire and stuff on both walls. They got patrol areas between them. That's a wall. That's a freaking wall. That makes the DMZ between North and South Korea look casual.
Like
yeah, it looks casual. That's a fucking wall. No, they did it. They did it right. There's nothing wrong with that. And they put that shit up fast, too. You go back and you look 10, 20 years ago, that border did not look like that.
No.
They put that shit up. Like, no. not having it. Yeah, walls work.
And why did they do that?
Well, because the Palestinians, the people like, I'll say the Gazans, the Palestinians, nobody fucking wants them.
Right.
Every time they're let into their country, they create problems. They've tried fucking Jordan. My God, they've tried to overthrow what, twice?
Yeah.
No, they don't want them. Nobody wants them. Oh, until they're fighting the Jews, and then oh yeah, the Palestinians. No, nobody in the Middle East wants the Palestinians. Nobody.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
No, I know. You just wound me up and let me go. No, I know what you were saying. Yeah. But it's true. It's like, and everybody wants to lie about shit. Stop it. It goes back to being honest. We need to, I think, what was it? 5 to 10 years ago, the mantra was discussion. We need to have a discussion.
Yeah.
No, the left didn't want a fucking discussion. They wanted to lecture us. That's what they wanted to do. And that's all they did. They didn't want to discuss anything.
No.
And they've torn this country apart. While the right sat back and allowed it to happen. But I get it, and I've said this, the people on the right they just want to live their life. They don't have time to get into the bullshit. They're earning a living and they're working their ass off. Goes back to the article that I wrote, idle hands. It's time to bring that up again. We got a nation that has too many fucking idle hands in it. Can you imagine living in 1860 and worrying about the problems that they've got going on now? Shit, you're worried that the bear's not breaking into your house.
No.
You're worried whether or not you're gonna have enough wood split to get you through the winter, and whether you've got enough dry goods saved up to get you through the winter. Go ahead, Gus.
So I don't know what years you were over in Germany. I know you were in. You were also.
Yeah, it was in the 80s.
Yeah. So when I started working at where I worked, and it's a German company, and a lot of our supervisors and stuff like that, they would travel and they would go over. And he happened to be my boss, and he was in the Navy. He was on the sub, and so he had traveled the world, and he said that he took an airliner from here over and got off in, I don't remember where it was in Germany, but he got off there, and he said, first thing I encountered was officers with machine guns.
The Polizei carry. They
everywhere. And he said you couldn't walk anywhere. They were there, and it was just.
Well, we had a lot of terrorist incidents back then too, because we had the Red Army Red Army faction was blowing shit up in Europe. I was there pre Berlin Wall fall.
It was in the early 80s.
Yeah,
I know. And like I said, he was in the military himself, and he's like, "This is what I'm talking about." He goes, They were not lax about anything. They didn't put up with crap.
No. Now you don't fuck with the Polizei. But a little tough on so they don't have the same rights we do over here. No. But I get it. Yeah, different, but things were different back then anyways. Things were different.
Yeah, well, that was back. Yeah, like you said, that was when all the terrorism was really on all over the place. I mean, hell, when did what was that, in 76 or 77 when they took that plane hostage and all of that crap?
Yeah, that was...
maybe it was 74.
I think somewhere between 72 and 74.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
But that was rampant back then. They were doing all kinds of shit.
Oh, yeah. People nowadays don't have a clue. I said, when the planes hit the towers.
Yeah.
The United States was not used to an attack on the soil. But see, Europe and other places around the world having attacks and bombs go off and truly mass shootings from terrorist organizations, they were common. Yeah. The United States was sheltered due to our geography.
Right.
And I've always said that if there was more attacks on American soil on a regular basis, our country would react to things a hell of a lot different.
Yeah.
Because people forget. People forget. It's all a game. Oh, free Gaza, do this. It's like, yeah, you wait till those terrorists are coming across our southern border, and they have been, and they're here, and you wait till they start shit. You're gonna be all fucking great. Yay, Palestine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. The American people are sheltered. And in the past 20 years, the kids that have grown up in the past 20 years ain't seen shit.
No.
Nothing. But if things don't change, they may, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
So I tell people, do not give up your rights.
No.
Because shit is fucking collapsing.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what rights. Don't give up any of them.
Any of them.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, look at the pushback because we're now. Oh, it's great. Open borders. Let's all these people flow into the United States. You don't care if 6 to 10 million illegals cross the border as long as they stay south of San Antone.
Yeah.
They don't care if if it's Brownsville that's getting overrun and, or someplace on the, south of Phoenix. Fuck it, because that's on TV. I don't see that shit. My life hasn't changed. I can be as pro-immigrant as I want because it ain't changing my life one bit. Well, you start busing them fuckers up there, and now your city is overrun with them, and your crime rate's through the roof, and you don't have the resources to deal with this shit. Oh, now it's a problem, huh?
What I find funny is that everybody, they were complaining that Texas was busing them up and they were flying them up, and Florida, and they were doing all this stuff. But little does anybody know what they did is 20% of the people. The government did 80%. They would ask these immigrants, where do you want to go?
Right.
They would say point blank, because I've watched interview after interview, they say blue city. And that's what they say. We want to go to a blue city, a sanctuary city.
Yeah.
And
because we're going to get shit. We've been promised stuff.
Right. And so even the government is throwing out, 80% of how many, 10 million people, 80%. This administration has done this and flown them around. Yeah. And if you ask them, they think that the Biden administration is the best thing that ever happened. Mm-hmm. And it's unbelievable. They are doing exactly what they're saying. They're flooding it in because they know they're potential voters down the road, because that's why they want to give them the rights. And it's like, really? Yeah. They're an illegal alien. They are not an immigrant.
And what's supposed to happen is the Border Patrol is supposed to patrol the border and make sure that people are not crossing where they're not supposed to cross. People coming into the United States are supposed to come in through authorized points of entry. Then when they do, they either show their passport and they come on in just like everybody. We've got excuse me. We got people crossing back and forth from Mexico and the United States every day, all day long. Legally.
Right.
Both directions. That's not what these fuckers are doing.
No.
So then they come in. So they're supposed to come into these designated areas, ports of entry. And they're supposed to, here's your paper, this is your reason, this is blah, blah, blah. And if they don't have a valid reason, they're not supposed to be allowed to be here. No, fucking go away. They didn't do that. They just processed them and sent them all around the country. There you go. Then it got worse. The Border Patrol wasn't just manning these things and making sure people were they were collecting people from all over the border. It didn't matter where the fuck you came in from. Come across the border, we'll help you. That's what they were doing in fucking Texas. Here you go. Help you across the river. Help you through the freaking razor wire. And then processing them. It's not a authorized port of entry. Part of what this border security bill was going to do was they still collect them and then they bring them all to a port of entry. Well, what the fuck? It's not their job. Not the fucking travel service and concierge.
They didn't want to this border thing that they wanted to pass. All it was doing was it was pumping. Well, what little money that they were going to pump towards the border, it was pumping to all the organizations.
Right, that help
take care of them.
Right, yeah. And some of them are actually, they found out some of them are actually assisting these invaders to come into the United States. Not just when they're here, they're assisting them in. Did you see where the Doctors Without Borders, did you see that shit?
Yes.
For the people that might not be familiar with this, Doctors Without Borders have been caught fucking giving illegal immigrants all the way down into like Argentina area, all way to fuck down in South America, maps helping them come all the way up into the United States. These are all the towns and these are the routes that you need to go and these are the places you need to go. These are the people that you need to see. And it doesn't take them just to it doesn't take them like to the U.S. border and then to Canada. It stops at the Mexican border, just shy of the United States, because their goal is to become into the United States. This is Doctors Without Borders doing this shit. We are being invaded.
Yep. Point blank.
Right. With the aid of a shit ton of different organizations, to include the United States government. Now, I would say that it's the Biden administration, but I posted up about that the other day, either today or yesterday. Today's Sunday. Maybe it was yesterday or the day before, something like that. That I don't even consider it the Biden administration anymore. It's the current administration that is using Biden as a freaking puppet. Because he's not there.
No. And Jill, they should be punished for what they're doing.
Yeah, it's elder abuse.
It is.
Now, this isn't saying that Joe was a snake from way back, and his entire family is pathological, for crying out loud. Psychopathic, pathological, dirt bags and screwed up people to the person. But he clearly has onset dementia.
Oh yeah.
And he is in at least the first stage of Alzheimer's.
I saw Hillary Clinton came out and said that he needs to step down and not be voted in. She said that.
Yeah, he can't run. And so far they haven't taken him out. And then people are like, oh no, you can't take him out now because then Kamala will be president. Who fucking cares? Do people seriously think that Kamala Harris, at this point, the last year of the presidency, that she's going to be able to do anything? She's not going to be able to do anything. More so if the Republicans already in office just make her a lame duck. Just don't do anything. Don't allow anything to happen. So yes, I'd rather have Kamala in there than Biden. Is she horrible? Yeah, she's a freaking clown. Nobody takes her seriously. She is a clown. But she's not suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia.
No.
She can find her way off of a stage. She can walk.
420 too often.
What's that, Sally?
She uses 420 too often.
She uses 420 too often? Well, that could be, but
nobody can laugh like
she uses
that.
420s and she uses 420 and she's a 304. I like that. So yeah, but she's not. She's not. I was gonna say she's not mentally deficient. Well, yes, she is, but she's she does not have dementia or Alzheimer's disease.
I was going to say, I beg to differ with you.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, I know why they chose her, but that was so freaking Jesus. My prediction was, and I told people if I get this wrong, I'll admit that I was wrong. I was wrong. I figured they would have Article 24'd him in the first year of his presidency, because it was clear that he wasn't all there. That's why they ran a basement campaign. Because he wasn't all there, and he's been getting worse and worse and worse. He confuses the president of Egypt with the president of Mexico. These aren't little simple mistakes. Hey, if Gus confused just the name of the president of Egypt with the president of Mexico, I go, okay, it's a mistake. He's not in fucking politics. It's not his job. The president of the United States shouldn't mix up the names between the president of Egypt and the president of Mexico. And he's talking about he met with I forget which president he was talking to. It had been dead for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like, no. These are not, and Jean-Claire Lahaire, press secretary, she passing it up. Well, everybody makes mistakes. Bitch, mistakes? Come on here.
She walked off the stage the other day.
She needs to just keep walking.
Yeah.
Again, I did not like, God, what the hell was it? Who's the redhead? I'll circle back. Yeah. Kinseki. No, not Kinseki. I knew somebody named Kinseki. Sounds something like it. Pasaki. Pasaki. I didn't like her, but she wasn't inept in her job.
No.
She was good at her job. She could think on the fly. She said some stupid things, but she could think on the fly. Jean-Pierre Lahaire can't think. She can't do anything. She is the epitome of a diversity hire. DEI.
Very true.
She's black, she's lesbian, and she's dumber than a box of rocks. Not an unattractive girl. Then have her hold up freaking oil of Olay or something like that. This is the press secretary.
Walk around with cards up,
Yeah, be the freaking
at a boxing match.
Clearasil girl, cover girl. That's fine. Not the man. We used to have some good press secretaries on both sides.
Yeah.
You didn't have to agree with them. They were competent. Not this clown show. Jesus. You got her as the spokesperson for the president with dementia.
It fits, right?
Jesus. You can't make this shit up. And the rest of the world is seeing this shit.
Laughing.
Yeah, our credibility is in the toilet. Is in the toilet. And like I said, I don't care if the world loves the United States. I want our enemies to fear us. That's how you keep peace. You don't keep peace by making everybody love you. These people aren't going to love you. Have them respect you for your strength and afraid to fuck with you. Fuck around, find out. And what do we got a fucking clown show. We got Dr. Rear Admiral in the Rear Admiral for fucking Levine. Mentally ill. You made a mentally ill man walking around in a skirt. An admiral in the uniformed services. It's not the military. So choose my words carefully. In the uniformed services. Really? An admiral. He's mentally ill. You've got mentally ill people in the military itself. Majors was a dude a year ago. Now he's a she. Oh, and look at me now. Get the fuck out of here. It's not mean. It's not disrespectful. It's not bigoted. You've got a mental illness. And we don't need people with mental illnesses in our military. It's not a fucking social experiment. We used to Section 8 their asses. It's what Klinger tried to do. He tried to get out on Section 8. Nowadays, he'd be a fucking 4-star general.
He would.
It's like, Jesus Christ. What the hell is wrong with him?
It's funny. I was thinking just that exact same thing the other day. I was like, boy.
It's insane.
With MASH now, I'd be like, you'd be friggin' in charge of everybody.
Yeah. Colonel, whatever that, Colonel, what the hell's the colonel's name? Colonel, Huh? Potter, yeah. Colonel Potter he'd be taking orders from Klinger.
Yeah.
My goodness. It's like, oh God. So what the hell? We got a lot of work to do. We in this country, we have a lot of work to do. Because if the United States falls, the world is going to fall. God.
I don't know. Russia will lead us well.
No, Russia can't do shit. Russia's a paper tiger. Try to explain that shit. Man, and we thought that they were horrible. Oh my God, this powerhouse during the Cold War. And then when it collapsed, it's like, all they got is crappy equipment, untrained soldiers. Yeah, they could bully their own satellite countries because they were still more powerful than them, but they weren't coming through the Fulda Gap. They weren't coming to get anything.
No.
And they knew it. It's like now watch the interview with Tucker Carlson and Putin. He didn't say anything that okay.
No.
It seemed fine to me. I was expecting I was rather shocked that he was so diplomatic and smooth about it, but I shouldn't be because I know his past. He ain't stupid. He's a snake. But when he goes, oh, and now we're leading the world in missile technology, and it's like you got one missile that hasn't truly been tested very much, that's cutting edge, and the rest of your shit's fucking falling apart. Don't tell me how great Russia's doing. They're not. I'm not worried about Russia.
Their top tanks that they're supposed to have, they were getting taken out in Ukraine.
Yeah, and their jet fighters that were supposedly, they're like our F-15s. No, they weren't. Yeah. They weren't. They were pieces of shit. They sort of look the same, and they can go fast. They can't turn worth of shit. Oh, but you did, in staged things, that's fine, but they're not good weapons. Well, China's not much better, but there's China. No. The majority of their aircraft carriers are just resurfaced old shit. You put a fucking bigger deck on it and a ramp and paint it look nice, but they're not this technological powerhouse that everybody thinks that they are. I warn that too. People you trust my judgment, go ahead. But I ain't been wrong on shit. Remember when everybody was saying that China was going to invade Taiwan? And I said, no, they're not. This is saber rattling. They ain't going to do shit. And I laid out exactly why they weren't going to do shit. Have they invaded Taiwan? No. Stop listening to the mainstream media and the talking heads out there that their job is to get everybody ramped up. Just spin everybody up. Let them go. I don't do that shit. So like I said, it's like in the real world. You see John running, fucking run. Why? John doesn't run. I don't run. So if you see me running, just run. Ask why later. Just run. Because I don't run. So if I say something online and I go, this is what you might want to take it, this is what you want to pay attention to. You might want to pay attention to that. And if I say, no, you're being jerked around. Good chance you're being jerked around. But of course I I don't get the views and I don't get the following. Man, you know, I gotta call it like it is.
But you are exercising your First Amendment right.
Yeah.
You are doing it.
Yeah, and the word is getting out. Needs to get out more. But yeah.
And that's exactly what we're doing tonight.
Yeah. And more people need to join the show. There wasn't many this time. I don't know where Donna is. Donna didn't show up. She'd have something to say about my coffee.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know whether or not I'm going to keep this angle. I was looking at lighting because I'm limited in where I was. If I turn this other angle over here, see, this might be what do you think about this angle here? I think the lighting's a little bit better this way.
Yeah.
But the layout's facing the opposite direction. And I'd have to move my monitors. I can keep this one here, just slide it down, take my other big one, move it over here, take all my other sound equipment, move it on the other. I could do it. But I'd have to wait, over here. There's the Zoom. The Zoom one's over there. I'd have to take it and move it to the other side. Because as it is right now, I'm facing away from it. Judy says, it is sick to say the least. So what do you get? What does Judy say? What does Judy say? This a better lighting, better angle? I think it's my better side. It's on this side. I guess this is my better side. It's my better side. I guess I don't know. I'm not used to looking at myself backwards. My beard looks better like this. But I set everything up because Judy says I love it. Oh, you love it from this angle over here? See, because then I'd move everything. I'd move this and I'd move it over there. I think this is my better side. But Donna be going, there you go. It's a prima donna. It's like, look, I just want to look okay for folks. But this is the angle that I had. And this is the stronger light over on this side. This is the weaker light. But Laurel says better angle. I think it's a better angle. See, this is the same angle here. But I've got too much light going, and I can't dull that. I could change this if I had like an LED light over here, and I don't. So I can't change the power output. If I had like an LED panel, I could change the lighting. But I use the same light, and I turn it like this. Yeah. I think this is the better angle. This was available for lighting and setup, but yeah. So what I might do is I might play around, see if I can move things around in the next show, and I might be able to move things, try to figure shit out and see how it goes. I like how the light plays better that way, for some reason. Less shiny, same light, but I'm looking into it this way. This way it's coming and hitting me smack on the side of the face. But, yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll have to go back and I'll have to look at the video later. See whether we can just change sides around. I like the American flag on that side, though, which is also why I'll play around with it. I'm also going to be going over the shows, and I'm going to be taking out short clips for shorts on YouTube. And I'll go and I'll find some clips and I'll clip them up. Just a few statements and stuff and throw them up there. You guys will all heard it, but there's a lot of folks that don't make the show, but then they'll be able to hear parts of the show that'll make it in if they listen to X type of clip. My shit'll start falling in. So hopefully we can get some more folks joining in.
Can you do that as well on, I know a lot of the other YouTube people do that. They put the shorts also as well on Facebook.
Yeah. No, I've done it. Every time I've done a short and I put it up on YouTube, I put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep. My other shorts thus far have been on my other channel. Not this one.
Yeah.
So they're both the Whiskey Cowboy. This is the Whiskey Cowboy official. The other one is the Whiskey Cowboy Life. I've taken my Life shorts and I've put them on YouTube. Not on YouTube, on Facebook. So I'll do the same thing. When I do these, when I do the shorts for the show, and they'll be put on this particular channel, I will, as soon as they're up, what I do is I put them on both Facebook and on Instagram. So, yep. Already being done.
Cool.
Yep. So I figured, it's good content. It just takes me time to go through, and I'll just have to, I'll play the video at double speed until I find something that sounds interesting, and then take the clip out of there and make a short for it and throw it up for folks.
Yeah. I was just sitting here trying to think of something you were talking about tonight. I don't know what it is, but I just was trying to figure out something you could pull out of this show tonight to put up on it. And I was like, ooh, they could do some good stuff.
Yeah, there's. I got to go through and I got to find just the right spicy bits.
Right.
That's a spicy meatball.
Yeah.
Something that'll get people's attention. Judy says, I love coming across your shorts. Thank you. I know they're out there because they're being seen. My shorts get pretty good views. Because the way the shorts work, it works totally different than my full videos. My full videos aren't getting the views like the shorts are. Well, because what people do is they can scroll through shorts. Because I find myself doing the same thing. I'll go through and I'll be on my main page and I'll find a short that I want to see. And then once I watch that, then I'll start scrolling through shorts. And I'm like, fuck, I've been scrolling through this for 20 minutes here.
Yeah.
So, so shorts are very valuable out there right now. So I got to make a bunch of them. So what I'll take a bunch of my time and maybe get 4, 5, 6, whatever, and then just work them in. Not all at the same time, but work them in.
But YouTube hasn't made, I know a lot of the other ones that I watch, they have come out and said YouTube has been pushing shorts.
Yeah, they have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And I just haven't made them. And it's like, man, I've got so many shows up now. I can just go through and I can just start clipping the hell out of them. I probably do some more canoeing ones because I've still got the old footage for that. Yep. Maybe make some funnier chicken ones. I got to get out and take pictures of the girls, though, because they're so big now.
Yeah.
They're so big. Judy says, yes, I do the same. Yeah, they're addictive because you just go through and then if it's just something stupid, you just scroll by fast. Then or click, don't recommend this. But
right.
Yeah.
What's funny though is like Sally watches a bunch of shorts, but she watches all dog videos.
Right. So what shorts get fed to her is totally different than what comes up in my feed. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm going to have to get that up there and hopefully that'll help draw some folks in. Because, Facebook is still, man, they are still throttling me bad. They're throttling me bad.
That sucks.
It does. Yeah, I'll go through the video and I'll take a look at the other angle. I think that the lighting and the angle is better. This is just hitting me too bright. The problem is if I adjust the actual video to take some of the harshness out, then the shadows are too dark.
Yeah.
Where if I turn this way, it's a nicer angle. It's a nicer angle, and it's hitting me. It's not, the skin tones aren't getting washed out.
You don't care what color you are.
Yeah, but I mean, like this. Look at how white the cheek got. The white, that's just getting white. Yeah, it's just because my cheek is now, excuse me, the light is hitting this cheek direct. If I turn this way, I'm almost looking directly into the main light. I'm just off the main light, and it's just coming past me, and you can see the skin tones again. You can see the shape of my face.
John.
What was that?
Come to the light. John.
Come to the light. No,
the light,
no, no. That's the fuzzy screen on the TV.
Yeah, I can't see what you're doing because I'm on a phone, so I can't watch two things at once.
No, but you were saying come to the light. Now there's two things. That's the tunnel, and then what was it? Poltergeist. The little girl was watching the TV, and it's the static on the TV, and I was making the noise of the static.
Yeah.
And flickering my fingers. You couldn't see that.
No. I see dead people.
I see dead people. No, different movie. Judy says, I don't even get on Facebook that much anymore. There is something, too many ads, and my friends don't even show up to my feed most of the time. Yeah, yeah. Well, you got to come and see my content. Jesus. Yeah, working my ass off getting this stuff out there.
I just got, like I always get with a lot of stuff, they'll say, do you want to see more of this in your feed?
Mm-hmm.
And I always click, yes. So I did that, I think it was yesterday, and on one of yours, and next thing you know, I get another one. And I'm like, why am I getting this again? Like, didn't I just click yes?
No, that's good. You just want to... Well, I mean, I put out a lot of content, but you were saying they showed the same thing? Or was it just more of my content?
It was another thing you posted.
Yeah.
And I got that pop up again and said, would you like to see more of the...
Oh, and they asked you again. Yeah, because their system's all screwed up. Yeah. Just say yes each time. Yes.
I do.
Yeah. Judy says, I do come to your page. Good.
I usually do see most everything that you...
Yeah, it's hit or miss. There's some people that see most everything, and then there's most of them don't get much of anything at all. Some get nothing. It's like, Jesus, come on, folks. So tell people, come to my page.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get seen by people who have not subscribed, that don't follow my content. So I'm thinking they might be... My stuff is sliding out there a little bit, which is good. They need to just stop throttling. Just let shit go naturally. Because like I said, I showed you the stats. When they stopped throttling me last summer, I went up to 5.5 million a reach. 5.5 million per day. And then they hit me with an infraction and throttled me back, and I'm back to fucking 10,000 a month. I've got over 7,000 followers, for crying out loud, and I'm only getting a reach of 10,000 a month. Stop it. Numbers don't work. They need to stop hampering the natural flow of traffic. Jesus, at least let the people who choose to follow it get it, and they're not.
Right.
The missus hasn't gotten it ever.
Huh.
And she follows. Crazy.
Huh.
Yeah. All right, well, it's 20 after 10. What you eating?
I'm not eating anything.
Sally eating something?
Eating a cookie. No. I'm actually on the porch.
Oh, you're on the porch?
Yeah.
You on a swing or something?
No, I'm sitting in a nice, comfy chair.
No, because I keep hearing a noise in the background. It's not the
bird. You're back on my ears.
The back of your ears?
You're back on my ears.
Oh, it's the back of your ears. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Laurel says, when I realize I haven't seen much, I go to your page. Yeah, because I put shit out every day. Yeah. Even slow days, there's usually at least 3 or 4 things.
Yep.
But, yeah. All right, well, thank you all for joining the show as usual. Sorry about the 2-week hiatus. I wish I was on like great vacation time, but I wasn't. I wasn't having a good time. Next show is Wednesday. Same time, same place. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so Monday I catch up on a lot of other news and then put out content as well. But yeah, I'll be up Wednesday. And see you online before that. Yeah, Laurel says I hear it too. Yeah, it was weird. It was kind of like scratchy or almost like the bird making noises in the background, but I know it wasn't the bird. Judy says good night all. Good night, Judy. Good night, Laurel. Good night, everybody else who is watching. Get your friends and family and everybody else to join the show. But yeah, it's a great show. Thank you for tuning in. Be putting out more content. God bless. Take care.
Good night, everybody. Night, John.
Good night.